Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. In recent times, you're seeing a surge in a lot of crazy activity out here by men when they are seeking some type of satisfaction physically from women. And they're doing some of the most outlandish, sick, demented stuff possible to total strangers that they don't know. Today I want to talk about a story that happened in Austin, Texas recently. And it's about this woman up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know this woman, but I can sympathize with what she went through because this is crazy. This woman was supposedly coming from a concert or a club or something like that in Austin, Texas. Shout out Austin. When a naked man ran up on her as she tried to get in her car and attempted to violate her. He was butt naked. Make it make sense. Here's the story.
He disappeared just as quickly.
A man in the dark with nothing on, lurking, attacking, then running off. Candace Armbruster went to a concert at the Moody Center earlier this month. The concert had let out and she started walking to her car. It was a bit of a ways across I-35 in the Cherrywood neighborhood.
Wherever the crowd would go, I would maneuver myself to stay with them, even if that meant elongating my walk. The whole way I was pretty much with other people about 95% of the time until I had to cross over into the neighborhood where my car was parked.
She says when she got into the neighborhood, she saw someone.
I see movement of a male figure, assuming that this guy just lived in this house and was outside, perhaps smoking a cigarette. He looked naked. Like, from first glance, I thought, wow, he looks naked. But I just didn't think that could be, but I followed my gut, and my gut said, don't go that way.
So she turned instead of going straight. She says she finally saw her car.
I am steps away from it when I heard very fast running footsteps right behind me. I turned, and as I turned, he was literally on me right here. He grabbed my hips. Imagine if someone was trying to pull your pants off aggressively. That's exactly what he was doing.
She says she screamed as loud as she could.
I was able to break free from him, and then I bolted running while I continued to scream, and I think that chaos I created also scared him. He wasn't expecting that, and he bolted the other direction.
She says she made it to her car and called 911.
I was having trouble breathing. I was crying. I was screaming just randomly. I was shaking so bad.
Austin police are now trying to find the man who attacked her.
People to know. I want them to keep their eye out. I want them to know this happened so they can protect themselves. But if you know anything at all, if you can get a lead in that will help us find him, because we have not found him, I want to keep others safe.
Sickening. And that's scary. You know, as men, a lot of times, we don't pay attention to this type of stuff or have empathy for it because it doesn't happen to us. Random naked dudes don't run down the street and try to pull our pants down and do crazy stuff like that to us. So a lot of times it's dismissive, or it's just something we see and move on. But this needs immediate attention. Seriously, that's an attractive woman, I'm not gonna lie. But under no circumstances should somebody run up on her with his dick out. Seriously. This is craziness. You're starting to see people absolutely lose their shit. A lot of men out here just like, yo, see a pretty woman, want to have sex. It's almost Neanderthalic to some extent. Remember them old caveman movies and stuff? They would show stuff. Dudes run up on the girls, pick them up, throw them over the shoulder, run and take them into a cave and just have their way with them. But see, this right here tells you that society is out of order and it's losing. Society is losing, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about this. If you ever watch Walking Dead or any type of natural catastrophe where it's no law, everything goes to shit, those that know and have knowledge of things charge others that don't, take advantage of them for them to have a little break of freedom at the hands of somebody else that's in control of something, whether it's a resource, the ability to do something, water, whatever, basic necessities of life. That's just how a lot of human nature is. People are out for self. And being sexually gratified is no different. This guy right here need to be staked to the ground and chopped up. You don't know nobody. And this is what you run up on them and do? This woman coming from a concert or coming from whatever she was coming from, getting in a car, you standing outside somebody's house, don't know if he lived there or not, butt ass naked, waiting to see somebody. Is mental illness a problem? Is mental illness a case? I don't even know. I'm gonna tell you something. Nowadays, you don't even know if people are crazy or not when they do crazy shit, because we're surrounded by what? Crazy shit. You don't know. You don't. Look at the world. Look at all these catastrophes happening. En masse at that. Then on top of that, you got people just doing some of the craziest stuff because they can't get out of their own head, or they don't even care to think rationally because they want to do some irrational act. Like this guy. You trying to rape somebody on a public street, butt ass naked. Somebody you don't know. And the thing is, they're targeting women because of, you know, the way they look or whatever. These women could have all kind of diseases. These people don't care. They could have diseases. That's the part that's crazy about this whole thing. People are running up on people and not knowing them and doing some of the most violent shit out here imaginable nowadays. It's like we live in an anarchistic, chaotic society. Seriously, you're not safe. People constantly say, hey, we don't feel safe out here. We don't feel safe. And it seems like nothing's really being done about it. We'll stick with the old laws and hopefully this too will pass. Well, will it? It's only increasing. There are dudes jumping out of the, people jumping out of vans, just grabbing people, running off. Sick, demented, perverted men following kids off of school buses, grabbing their asses or trying to pull them in bushes or pull them into their cars. Now, this has been around for a long time, but it's really prevalent nowadays, and it seems like nobody is going to do anything about it. Change the laws, you change the people. Nobody should have their spirit crushed or have their rights violated in such a way, the way they can't even walk down the damn street without getting hurt, stabbed, anything. Taken advantage of. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. As long as you have this is how I look at America nowadays. Imagine being in a classroom and you at the chalkboard and you're drawing the laws or you're drawing the lesson. And the kids are fighting, acting a fool, throwing stuff, pissing on the floor, doing all kind of crazy stuff. And you act like you don't hear it. That's how I look at this whole thing. Under no circumstances should anybody, whether it's a woman or not, succumb to somebody sexually deviant like that. Jail won't fix that. It won't. It don't fix perverse. It don't fix horny. It don't fix goofy stuff. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Listen, my daughter's young. I think about her all the time, about how the world will be when she's here and I'm not here to protect her, or I'm not able to protect her no more. Thank God she got all older brothers, you know what I'm saying, that are protective of her. But man, come on, man. These are people's moms, grandmoms, wives. Think about that. Mothers. These people don't care about none of that. They just want to drain the sack and do what they do. And the thing that's crazy is you're starting to see a rise in females doing weird stuff too in school with kids. You know, it's like this predation thing of how we preying on each other is only growing and it's not being checked. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.